Zombie apocalypse.
And yes, we are back for another playoff Season 9 preview of one of the teams in the Champions Cup. And it is now totally going on. And we're at some amazing matches. So I'm trying to get these, obviously, because I'm so busy with work and everything else. I'm trying to get all these 32 done. I am, unfortunately, on a losing battle at the moment. But we've done a lot of the teams already, and we're going to try and get a few more done before the end. So apologies if some of these previews have come after the team's being knocked out. But hey, it just is what it is. But I'll still, obviously, give you my input on what I thought of the team, regardless of what happened to them in the Cup. But we had some amazing games yesterday, and it was so sad to see SC Wyatt, Lizardman, go out in cruel fashion. He was outnumbered with his Lizards against the Amazon for a long time, and the Amazons should have put it to bed a long time ago, and they never did. And in the end, the Amazons got very lucky. Into overtime, I think there's 2:10s to go, maybe 3:10s to go. SCY he had one skink, he picked the ball up with no rerolls, and he needed a GFI to win and go to his next round, and cruelly rolled a 1 and stunned himself as well, so he had no chance to get back up and score. He had to go for the GFI because there was enemy around him, and that was cruel, and then he got knocked out in penalties. So sad. Obviously, I know from season 1 now how bad it is to go out on penalties. It is a cruel way. Me personally, I think they should just keep playing until you have a touchdown. Simple as that. But yeah, it is a cruel way to go out, and I think he deserved better. But well done to the Amazons. They hung in there and they got the win and they go through. There's some other games as well. Let's have a look at them. Flash Force, surprise! I'm really happy for Lexington Toad. I honestly thought the BBC Dwarf Salona would beat them. So totally congrats to Lexington there. Obviously, we already know about the Wood Elves smashing the Goblins. Obviously, Aries Dot beat Renegades in the penalty shootout. B-Team Mummy Issues, no problem against the 4-game Chaos team. They put them to bed. The Blitzkriegers got it done against Pear Punk. That's not a surprise either. Big Effing Cannons won the Dwarf off the Chaos Dwarfs against the Dwarfs, and that was 2-1. I don't really know what sort of how much of a fighting game that one was. I'm sure there'll be a few armor breaks. Let's have a look. 24 armor breaks. Jesus, Tripperus has this thing of breaking armor. When I go against him, he's always breaking armor. To be fair, though, when it is with the team what has plenty of claw and all that, then fair enough. Yeah, 5 injuries, 2 kills inflicted. Jesus Christ, oh man, that's nasty. But again, when you've broke armor 27 times, that is horrendous. And I suppose Necro did well to keep in it. To be fair, they got 3 injuries as well, but yeah, bit of a bloodbath. I expected that to be a bloodbath. A shame, because that was one of them I wanted to stream, but again, it was a case of, can anyone stream at the last minute? Unfortunately, everybody decided to play on the day. I can't really stream. What's the Monday night in England? So I missed out on a few good games. I was a bit gutted with that, but we still got a few good games to come. Obviously, Wednesday 11:30 EST. So I think that's 3:30 in the morning for me. But the Wood Elves versus Escape, and that'll be an absolute cracker. We've got Dave and we've got Sergal still coming up. Ogres v Humans. We've got the Underworld against the Bretts. Oops, that doesn't help. Press the wrong button. And then we've got, what else have we got? My Necro against the Champs Necro. We've got Duran versus the Vamps. I know the Vamps are trying to get that done tonight. I don't know if it'll be done or not. Kemri against Elf Union. The top seed, the Chorfs. Usually it's a bad omen to be top seed. They're against 2-time champion Aswin's Norse. So that'll be an interesting one. And then we got the Oaks of Stu Hopper against Freeman's Lizards. Then we got Kislev against Halflings and Skaven against Nagel. So yeah, there's a lot of decent teams there, isn't there? So still plenty of action to look at. Now then, the team we're going to have a look at today is Konnun Pallo. It's the Halfling team. And ironically, the thing about this is They got him because kind of a big deal. Mesflish chose Nagel, but he did tell me they played really, really well. Looking at the team, though, what can you say? There's nothing really there. He's got catch on a halfling, so that's obviously for dump off. When you not dump off, hand off. Movement 6 halfling. It's just a very average team. There's not many level ups. He's probably gone down the view of like keeping it as low as TV as possible, get the halfling master chef, and then pray to Luffle with other star players. I mean, if they get past the first round, I mean, that'll be classed as a victory, surely, I would have thought. No apothecary was a surprise, and here is the worry: 1 team reroll. So he's gone by the philosophy is that, you know what, I'm going to get halfling master chef, and I'm hoping the ones I pinch from you will make up for the rubbish 1 reroll I've got. The problem with that is sometimes a halfling master chef doesn't work, and if he has a day where it isn't working, he could end up with just 1 or 2 rerolls. So I think it is a massive risk. I would have always thought of maybe 3 rerolls and then try and tap up with halfling master chef rerolls. So that is a bit of a concern. Knuckle Alter, yeah, absolutely. 50k cheaper players, that's always going to help. And 7 wins, 3 draws, 5 losses is not a bad record at all with halflings. And there you go. I don't really know any of these teams. Oh, he got a draw against the Edible Rexes, so it was a halfling game. Lost any Archers, the returning team. He got stuff there. So, it is always hard to win with teams like this. It's going to be interesting to see how it goes, but to me, he's got very little chance unless he gets, like I say, if Halfling Master Chef gets the rerolls and all that stuff, he'll have a go. But I think he's going to be in a major problem against Kislevs. It was just a leap his occasion, just punch his lights out, in my honest opinion. And I mean, it'd be interesting how he does. It'd be interesting how he does. I mean, like I said, it's good to have these in. Some people tell and say, well, what's the point? You just give him teams free bars, and I totally disagree with that. And even if you did, it's just a look at the draw. It's just the way it is. I mean, I curse every season. I look at obviously because I do the playoff shows and everything like that. I look at the matchups, and when I look at my team, I'm like, oh god, right, these are the 2-3 teams I don't want. And every season I get that. Every season I get one of them teams. A lot of averages with the thought after 9 seasons in the playoffs, you'd get someone who, be more favourable. They're all good coaches. It's just that some matchups are better than others. But, Halfling's got probably the worst matchup, in my opinion, apart from Dwarfs and Chaos Dwarfs, because the problem is Kislev can just leap in there, and obviously he's only strength 2 and punches lights out. So I think a lot of Halfling throwing might be in order. He's going to hope for the Master Chef to do its thing. Hopefully his trees will wreck the Kislev, and obviously he'll be hoping for a lot of failed leap rerolls. But it'll be interesting how he does. I've never seen this guy play. I wish him well. He's got 150k in the bank. And like I said, if he can get past the first round, that will be a massive boost to the competition. But I can't really see it. But anyway, I've tipped the Kislev to get through. Have I just cursed the Kislev, and will the Halflings get through? Surely the Halflings, they can't get to the final, can they? Surely not. Well, tune in, watch out, and you'll see. Remembering myself, take me right